Welcome back to the 4th Annual Big Buck Bonanza. And with me is Jim Sten of Red Ridge, which is up in the Copper Country.
That's right.
And this is your beautiful 12-point Houghton County buck.
And that's it. It's a dandy. I was real excited when I seen this guy come in. I've been hunting since I was 16, and this guy come in, and I said, oh my God, this is the one. And he came in about 5 o'clock. I had shooting him with a 30-30, and he went about a half mile. I hit him. He went about a half mile, and I trailed him, no blood. And about a half mile away, he was laying down. I had to put another shot into him. I ran back to the camp, because I wasn't going to drag him myself. It was 238 pounds, so whoa. I went and got a buddy of mine, and we drug him back to the camp. It took us a while, but here's what's left of him.
Now, what kind of a spread are we talking about here?
There's an 18-inch spread on this guy and 12-pointer.
And the highest tines here, they look like they're almost 10, 11 inches.
Yeah, I think the highest are 10 1/4 on this guy. So
is this your best?
Well, last year I wasn't entered in the buck contest, and I did get one that's similar to this. It's considered 11-pointer, but it had a higher rack and a tighter rack, and it's a real nice-looking deer.
Well, obviously, this was a nice-looking deer.
Yes, it was.
238 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. And on behalf of Lindros Chevrolet, Rod Lindros and everyone over there, I'd like to present you with this beautiful 30-06. Do you have a 30-06?
No, I don't.
What did you shoot this with?
30-30.
All right, well, you're going to like that. I'm sure you will.
I know I will.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Let's hear it. All right. Okay. Up next is Bob Clearman, who registered at Northwest Motors in good old Iron River, and this is one of those big, thick Iron County bucks.
Yes, it's pretty heavy. Heaviest I've ever got, I guess.
He's palmated.
Yeah, you also notice the bullet hole there in the rat.
Is that from your making, or?
Well, yes, it is. It's one of them shots when he was going away from you, you know, and he was quite a ways away when I shot him, so.
Well, what kind of a shot was it? I mean, was he?
Well, when I first seen him, he was probably 300 yards, you know, and there was a ridge between me. I was walking on a pretty high ridge, and then I was walking, and I'd watched a spike horn for a while, and I kept walking, and I seen a doe. There was a smaller ridge between me and another flat next to a swamp there, and I was watching a doe there for 15 minutes. She'd get up and lay down, get up and lay down, you know, and well, 15 minutes passed, I guess, and he finally come out of the thicket and went up next to her, and it was just too far through the hardwood. You could see him spot here and a spot there. You just couldn't get a good shot, so I had to sneak down the back of the ridge and get downwind of him and crawl up that secondary ridge there, and finally got a halfway decent shot at him.
But how did the shot on the antler happen?
Well, I think that might have been the first shot, because when I had crawled up through the snow and looking over that second ridge, he had his head down and he was looking at me. And I don't know how he knew I was there, but he did. But that's when I figured that the first shot might have hit his antler there when he was facing me, you know. But
well, I'll tell you, it's a rack to be proud of. No question about it.
yeah, thank you.
Well, with us is John Furlong of Northwest Motors. And John, if you'd like to present the rifle, the bomb.
With pride. 30-06, and this is for you, Bob.
All right, thank you, John.
Very good job.
All right, let's hear it for Bob. Congratulations. All right. Next, we have our Nagani winner, Nelson Chevrolet, Brian Erickson. Brian, you're from Escanaba.
Yep.
Now, why did you register up at Nelson's?
I'm working in the woods by the Greenwood Reservoir, and it was on my way back to over Marquette County to hunt, and I thought I'd register. First time ever, and I've been looking for getting a bigger buck and trying to get a bigger buck. I've been hunting the scrapes and changing my style of hunting to shoot something bigger, and got him this year. Not the biggest one, but he's nice.
So
I think he's nice.
Oh, I think he's fantastic. Did you shoot him over a scrape then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he came into a pretty big scrape, and he had a line. Came charging in like he owned the place, and it's pretty neat.
Obviously, you did own the place.
Yeah.
What date was that?
Opening day, 12 o'clock.
Okay, opening day. Yeah, they were pretty active on opening day.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And joining us is Dwayne Nelson, Nelson Chevrolet in Nagani.
Here we are,
Thank you.
again, fourth
Yeah.
year. Brian, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate
Got
it.
a nice set of horns there, and we appreciate you and everybody else that's got involved this year.
Yeah.
And last and the year after. Every year it's growing, and it's been great. Not for only the hunters, but all of the employees of all the dealers. And it's really been a wonderful association with the hunters, you know.
Well, congratulations, Brian.
Thank you.
All right,
There you go.
let's hear it for Brian.
Thank you.
Next year you get a bigger one with that.
Okay, well, let's take a look at some more of those fantastic bucks. Ken Bracco of Calumet shot the buck of his lifetime and was the rifle winner at Wade Chevrolet in Calumet. Due to a recent illness, Ken was unable to join us. But on behalf of myself and all the Upper Michigan Chevy dealers, we wish Ken a speedy recovery. Also unable to attend tonight, Dan Harrington, winner at Era Chevrolet in Norway, and Tim Olson, winner at Kissel Chevrolet in Lance. Congratulations. Now, here are some more Big Buck Bonanza entries. Welcome back to the Big Buck Bonanza. Well, now's the time we've all been waiting for, meeting the grand prize winner. And this year, it's Robert Watt of Ontonagon. And Robert, all I can say is, wow. Tell me about him.
Well, I shot this buck on opening day, south of Ontonagon. I picked his track up about 9:45 in the morning, and I tracked him till 20 minutes to 4. He was bedded down up in a ravine about 35 feet from the top. And by the time I got there, I was all in. I had one box of raisins left in my pocket, and I was going to eat them, and my chopper fell out and fell in the snow. I reached down to pick up my chopper, and I heard a crash over there on the side hill. And he got up. The first jump, he come out of his bed, he jumped about 17 feet. He spun on the side hill, and I thought, oh, darn it, I blew it, you know. So I had him in the scope, and I lost him. So I swung right up to the top of the hill, and just as he went over the top, I had him in the scope, and I tripped her. And I didn't know if I hit him or not. So when I got over there, I started down the hill on the other side, and I seen where he slid in the snow a little bit. There was no blood there. I got down a little further, and then everything was painted red. He pushed himself about another 100 feet, and he was laying there.
So you must hunt in a very desolate area.
I do. I've been hunting for 46 years, and I've shot over 40 bucks in my lifetime. I've shot a lot of big ones. And this is the biggest one I've gotten. I've shot a 14-pointer with a 22.5-inch bed, the second biggest one. But I've shot a lot of 9-pointers, 10-pointers, nice big racks.
Well, sounds to me like you earned them.
I earn them. I don't have nothing against you guys that hunt out of apple shacks. My boy hunts out of an apple shack. But I like to walk, and that's the way I hunt them. And I've been hunting that way since my dad hunted that way, and my uncles, and I come from a long line of hunters. So
This buck had a 24-inch inside
inside spread, yeah. He's 24 inches from ear to ear,
and 26 outside.
26 outside.
Extremely impressive. And you say the biologist estimated his age at...
He's over 5 years old.
Yeah.
And we didn't get him out till, took 2.5 days to get him out from where I killed him. And we weighed him on Thursday, and he weighed 220 pounds.
Well, that certainly is a very worthy grand prize buck. And you're a very worthy hunter.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And joining us is Lee Johnson of Courtesy Chevrolet in Ontonagon with your first prize, which is the 30-06 rifle from the Chevy dealership.
Congratulations, Bob.
Thank you, Lee.
We're glad somebody from our dealership owned it, or registry.
Thank you very much.
And also, Robert is the winner of the grand prize, which is the Boss Snowplow, which includes installation. Do you have a place you can use that?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Lee?
Again, congratulations, Bob. We're courtesy here. Glad that
Thank you.
So one of our customers really won this one.
Oh, congratulations. Let's hear it. Whew. All right. Well, now let's take a look at some of the drawing prize winners. The names were drawn before the taping of our program to save time. Winner of the Senko Super Blind, the world's #1 portable blind, is Bob Leisner of Gladstone. Winner of the Senko Super Shack is Harold Foucault of Crystal Falls. Now, the Super Shack is manufactured right here in Marquette. It's lightweight, strong, and extremely portable. It goes up in just seconds for hours of ice fishing fun. Winners of the Hall of the Wild, the all-purpose hunting tool manufactured in Escanaba, are Kerry Johnson of Cooks, Dean DeRitter of Kingsford, Carl Breeze of Ontonagon, and Arvid Johnson of Baraga. Congratulations. Now it's time for the successful hunter drawing. We have two prizes, two excellent prizes, and joining me is the coordinator of the Big Buck Bonanza, Chris Brooks of TV6. And Chris, another great year. I imagine you're a deer hunter. You were impressed with the racks this year.
Tremendous, Buck. From the first year when we just scored on points alone, it has grown tremendous. First year, 3,000 entrants. This year, 9,000 entrants. And I do want to thank the Chevy dealers. This is very hard to execute this contest. They have between 600 and 1,000 entries coming in. They have to take cameras, shoot pictures, get the pictures developed, and it's come off flawless every year. They do a real good job of execution. So,
well, Chris, you do a good job too. Let's get to this drawing. This is live now, so we're going to have Robert, our grand prize winner, come back in here. The first prize is for a Thompson muzzleloader, a Hawkins 50 caliber, and that's a great prize. Unfortunately, muzzleloading season's over for this year, but you can practice with it next summer for the next muzzleloading season, and you can pick the lucky winner. And the winner is Robert Group of Crystal Falls. He was hunting in Iron County, and he registered at Johnson Lato Chevrolet in Crystal Falls. So, Robert, you're the new proud owner of that Thompson muzzleloader. All right, we've got one more, Chris, and that prize is?
That is a quarter shoulder or shoulder mount from Outdoor Ventures of your deer. The deer in our studio tonight at the Holiday Inn here are done by Outdoor Ventures.
Okay, and our winner is Mickey LaFountain. Oh, isn't this a coincidence? Also from Iron County, registered at Johnson Lato Chevrolet. So, Mickey, congratulations. If you got that big buck, that mount's yours. Let's take a look at some more of those previously drawn prizes. The winner of a beautiful white-tailed deer wildlife print, painted by Manistique's very own Dietmar Crummery, is Don Edens of Iron Mountain. The winner of a pair of Bushnell binoculars, courtesy of Beauchamp's Camera Corner, is Tom Oliver of Menominee. Winner of a buck knife is Michelle LaPlante of Baraga. The winner of a Hoyt Raider bow with quiver from Apache Archery in Ishpeming, which includes 3 hours of shooting in their indoor range, is Cliff Manu of Marquette. And our final prize, one worth over $500, is rust-proof fabric guard and paint sealant from Artie and his courteous staff at Auto Armor of Marquette. The winner is Steven Servia of Iron Mountain. Well, there you have it, the 4th annual Big Buck Bonanza. I guess up here I'm the only buck without a set of antlers. But seriously, it wouldn't have been without the Upper Michigan Chevy dealers. I'd like to thank them, and for you, the hunters, for participating. Hopefully, we'll see you again next year. Let's take one final look at the class of '92.